everyone. You're watching Build Series in New York City. I'm Lauren Moraski from HuffPost, thrilled to introduce this next guest to the stage. Priyanka Chopra was crowned Miss World in 2000 and went on to star in dozens of Indian films. And in 2015, she made her debut as Alex Parrish on ABC's Quantico. Now, the hit series is about to kick off its third season tonight. Take a look.
Did you bring it?
Signed by a judge. Where's Shelby?
They have her.
Well, I held at my end. Now tell me where she is.
I get it. You're angry. You think I screwed up, but I'm here now, and I want to help.
Where the hell is she?
Your team in position, Owen? Clear lines of sight? Ryan on gun? Who else? Alex? Assets in place?
Alex Parrish. I haven't seen her in 3 years.
Yeah, nice try. We know she's in New York.
Trap. Owen, get out of there.
Move.
Where are we going? Don't worry. You're not the one she wants.
Alex, Jocelyn has eyes on 5 men, maybe more. Get the hell out of here now.
Don't let them get Alex.
Where did she go? Find her.
There she is.
Oh, she's heading into the alley, east side of the church.
Alex. Alex, damn it, where are you? Why isn't she answering? Where the hell is she? Alex, if you can hear me, they're crossing east side at the alley.
Remember, we need Alex alive.
Please welcome actress, activist, and producer Priyanka Chopra.
Thank you so much. Thank
Oh
you.
my
Hi,
God.
guys. Hi, everyone.
We are so excited to have you today at Build. Thank you so much for coming by.
I'm always happy to come to Build.
Oh, we love to have you. And it's the night tonight. It premieres season 3. Very excited about this. That was an adrenaline rush watching that clip. It's pretty incredible. Can you tell us where we left off at the end of season 2? A little bit of drama, and now we're picking up 3 years later, right?
Well, the amazing thing about, sorry, excuse me, I've been speaking all day, been up since 4 a.m. But tonight's the big night. I'm so excited to share this season with everyone because it doesn't matter if you've seen season 1 or 2. This season is a completely new revamp. We have a new team. So you're not going to miss anything if you start watching today. And that's the best part about it. Alex quits everything after the first 2 seasons. She's over it. She's like, everyone's always after my life. I need a little bit of wine and tranquility. So she moves to Italy, and how you'll find out through the season how that happens and what happened. And she has a new family there. There's a lot of man drama for Alex in this season. She has 3 guys she's dealing with. It's a lot. But Shelby gets kidnapped, and Ryan finds her. What happens between Ryan and Alex also you'll find out in this episode. And he comes and finds her. He says Alex is the only one who has the code that is required. It's called the conscience code, and it can be used by bad people for a lot of bad things. So she's the only one who has it, and Ryan comes and get her and brings her back to New York. And then Alex, she doesn't trust the FBI anymore, so she recruits the people that she trusted, Ryan, Shelby, Owen, Harry, the only people that she trusts, and creates this Black Ops team, and she asks Owen to lead it because he has had the experience and he's been sort of a mentor for her. And that's how this sort of new team starts. We have Marlee Maitland, who you saw, who's amazing. I'm constantly trying to get her to bring her Oscar to set, but she refuses because she's like, I'll steal it. She thinks I will, which is probably true. So I'm glad that she didn't get it yet. But she's amazing. She's awesome, super funny. I know so many bad words in ASL now. It's really great. And then we have Alan Powell, who's also amazing. He's a new actor who comes on and also a potential love interest.
Oh,
maybe.
boy.
Maybe. So yeah, that's what this show will be. And I'm really excited for this season because it's 13 episodes. You don't want to stretch out a whodunit.
Yeah.
So I love the fact that it's 13 and I'm glad.
And you have a new showrunner too this time
Yes.
around. So how has that injected some new energy into the set?
Hey, what are you saying? We didn't need any
Oh
new
yeah,
energy.
exactly.
No, I love Michael Seitzman. I
Yeah.
mean, Josh Safran was amazing. He created this really awesome spy thriller, which... but what I think Michael has done this season is given it a completely new spin. What happens with Quantico this season is that it's very, very topical. It's extremely global. We streamed to almost 60 plus countries around the world before our even third season. So I think this season sort of accommodates that. Like, you guys are all like young people of the world today. You're concerned global citizens, right? So when this show rips headlines off of the newspapers that we read and has your like favorite TV characters solving these problems. And each episode is a case which deals with some country that America liaisons with. Starts with Italy. We start in Italy, we end in Ireland, and in the middle we go to a lot of other countries as well. So it's going to be really cool.
And you actually shot in those countries, right?
We did shoot
Yeah,
in
so
Italy.
it's authentic.
Yes,
Yeah.
we shot in Italy, we shot in Dublin. I'm so glad ABC had a big budget for us this year.
Yeah.
We traveled a lot,
Yeah.
which was awesome. But yeah, it definitely gives it that authenticity.
Yeah, that's really great. You know, for you, I know you do your own stunts. Is that still the same case this
Yes.
season? Okay.
I always do my own stunts. Even in my Hindi films, whenever I've done action movies, I don't know, I've done it for many years, so I sort of trust my body, unless like my face is going into glass or something, because that's the moneymaker.
yeah, can't let that happen. Is there one stunt that really stands out that you're like, oh my gosh, this was the toughest one I had to endure?
Yeah, Alex almost dies this season. That's a big spoiler alert, by the way. Almost. And it has to do with water.
Okay.
And that stunt scares me. I was in my swim team. I love swimming, but I'm scared of drowning. That scares me. Yeah. And I had to do this one shot in which I was sort of floating underwater in a pool for a really long time. And you know that sense of panic that comes in? And I wanted to do it myself because, you know, you see my waist and you see my hair, and I was like, come on now, what kind of body double are we going to get for that?
There's only one Priyanka.
So I was like, I'm going to do it. And I was a little afraid, though we had all our safety, we had divers and everything, but somehow just like water and just being 4 feet under somehow, and you know, that just scared me. That was a stunt that scared me to do, but it was fun to do.
Yeah.
Once I got it done, like I was so freaked out and I was so scared that I'll be such an amazing actor in that scene, and you guys will be like, damn, acting chops. But I was actually really scared.
Oh my gosh. Well, I can't wait to see that scene because that sounds really exciting. For you with Alex, as the seasons have gone on, what part of Alex can you identify with the most personally?
Well, we both have great hair.
Yes.
Thank you. You guys can, by the way, talk to me. You know, you're like all like just like not even. I'll ask you guys questions in a bit. We'll spin this around because everybody's really quiet today. What's happening in this room? Come on now, we need to shake it up a little bit.
They're starstruck, right?
No, let's make some noise. We like to have some fun. Well, we both have great hair. Moving on. I think I'm very different from Alex. I'm a little bit more shy. I'm a lot more feminine. I like skirts. We both love heels. She can do stunts in heels. I've actually started believing that if I like get robbed or mugged or something, that I would actually be able to beat people for real and like get out of it. So I think it's working adversely on my self-confidence that I'm becoming really, really confident. It's probably not a good idea. And I really don't want to be mugged. So I don't want to test the theory.
No.
You know?
Let's not test that anytime soon.
I hate guns. She is great with them. That's also her job. She's a little bit more detached. Alex doesn't let people in. I love people. She's a little bit moody. She loves whiskey. I hate it. we're very, very different people.
Well, one of the things that's great is that we're seeing for the first time on television a South Asian lead on a primetime show. What does that mean for you to be in that role, and especially at this time of our lives and what's happening in the world?
Well, yes, for what's happening in the world, but second of all, I mean, we're in 2018. The show launched in 2016. South Asians are 1/5 of the world's population, and this is global entertainment. And we see our first South Asian lead on a network drama in 2016. I mean, it's a little late than never, but even like we're airing today at 10 o'clock at night, which is a slot that has been vacated by Scandal. And Kerry Washington was the first African-American woman to be cast as a lead in a network drama, which was just 3 years before that. So kudos to ABC and Disney for actually pushing diversity in such a big way, and amazing that TV is doing it. But guys, it's a little bit late. Can we acknowledge that?
Yeah.
Like, we need to be seeing a lot more representation. The world needs to look like this room today. I mean, look at, we don't look like one person.
Yep.
And, you know, I feel like it makes me super proud to be able to do that, but I don't like harping on about the fact that I'm the first. I like to make people believe and understand that that's not how it should have been.
Yeah.
There should be a lot more people like that, you know. But I hope that with the show doing as well as it has, and us delivering numbers, that, you know, diversity becomes not a conversation or an anomaly, but a norm, because that's so important. Inclusion is so important.
Absolutely. I think this is one
You guys
step.
can clap, it's okay.
Yes. Yes. You
Okay, I
can.
see people going like,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
like
Look at
really
this.
like unsure.
This is interactive, absolutely. Oh, no, I know. I see the faces on everybody's faces. They're smiling and they're nodding along with us, though.
Thanks for the nods, guys.
Yes,
I appreciate the interaction.
Yes. But that is a good feeling, you know? It really is. And I know that for you, I mean, you were a huge star in India prior to this, and now everyone in America knows, you know, who you are now. What's that transition been like for you, sort of tapping into this audience?
It's really exciting. As an artist, what else does an artist want? You know, you want your work to be appreciated. You want as many people to watch your work. And that's what I wanted when I made, not really a transition, because I consider myself very active in both my careers and, you know, both the countries. But I want to be a global artist. I want to be able to push my work, my job, and everything that I can be good at to the globe, and one country at a time.
Yeah, yeah.
I won't settle with just one or two. I want the world.
You also have your own production company as well. So what's it like, you know, driving that passion, sort of being behind the scenes and giving other filmmakers and producers and actors a chance at something?
Well, we're a very small production company. It's called Purple Pebble Pictures. I've made about 8 regional Indian movies so far, but we're developing a lot of content, whether it's in America, we're developing in India as well. And I'm very excited about it. When I first joined the movie business, like, I didn't know anyone. And like, you know, you don't know how to take a meeting, you don't know where to go, you don't know how to like sort of start. So my company is all about newcomers and launching people who want to actually take their film careers seriously, not just as actors, but directors, writers, technicians, whatever you want to do. In fact, my website has like a whole page where you can write into us with your with whatever your abilities are, and we go through that, and actually, like, all my directors so far have been new directors. So like, to me, that's really important, to push young people who want to actually follow their dreams and they don't know how to, and to tell stories that are content driven. Which my mom is my business partner. It's really hard because you can never fight with them. Because she always turns around and says, Priyanka Chopra! And then, like, that's a full stop, right? So she always complains that the movies I make are too content-driven and they're never going to make money. She's like, well, people want to, you know, I need to make money. And the movies you make are just, like, great stories. And I'm like, why can't they be both? Why can't there be a world where people watch, you know, like, money spinners are really content-driven? So that's what I'm aiming for. It may be a little utopic and, like, but yeah, I want to be able to do that.
I love that idea. I think you can make it happen.
Yeah, I'm
one
working
thing
on
at a time, right?
I'm working on it. I'm really impatient.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I want it now.
Yeah, yeah.
And I know it needs to build.
Yes, build. No pun intended. Oh, I like it. Little inner promotion here, right?
I'm good at, like, you see, subtlety is like my strong point, strong suit. I'm very good at it.
You too have a couple of feature films in the U.S. coming out too, right?
Yeah, I do. I'm very excited about this one movie that I'm just doing a cameo in it, but it's a really, really amazing story called A Kid Like Jake. It's based on a play written by Daniel Pearl, and it releases, in fact, 1st of June,
Oh, nice.
right around the corner. It has Claire Danes, Jim Parsons, me, Octavia Spencer, Ann Dowd, like a bunch of amazing actors that have come together to tell the story of this 4-year-old gender-fluid kid. Like, he loves Rapunzel and Cinderella and skirts and over Legos and trucks, and the adults in his life sort of don't know how to navigate that. Because the kid seems fine.
Yeah.
But it's the adults that are like, oh, what does that mean? And schools, and it's a really, really wonderful story. We premiered at Sundance. We got a standing ovation, which was amazing.
It's nice.
And then my second movie, which I didn't have too much time last year, so I couldn't do like full-on movies, but the second one I did, still managed to, is called Isn't It Romantic? And it's a romantic comedy shot in New York City, which is so beautiful and so funny. It has Rebel Wilson, Adam Devine, Liam Hemsworth, and me, and it's super funny, and it'll be great. That's Valentine's Day next year.
Oh, okay. So that one's a little ways away.
Yeah.
But great cast in both films. That first one really sounds like an interesting.
Yeah, it's
plot.
a really
Yeah.
special movie about a really relevant, special
Yes.
conversation. Because a lot of us, when it comes to gendered norms, I mean, there are no norms, first of all. And we're afraid to ask the question. Like, we're afraid to say, wait, what does that mean? Is there a particular term I should use? So I also got a lot of education doing the movie. In fact, our director is a trans director, and he's amazing. His name is Silas Howard, and he's a really proud trans man. And I got so much information, things that I would be afraid to ask from him, and like hearing the movie. And the good thing about the movie is it doesn't give you a point of view; it gives you a conversation. So it'll not tell you how to think, but it'll tell you that you can.
Got
you know?
it.
So
Yeah,
that's cool.
yeah. Opening up the dialogue.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
absolutely. You got started, acting at a young age. But what point did you know? Okay, this is what I want to do? Because I think at one point you were thinking like engineering or something like that.
I mean, I'm that Indian girl. Like, I always was in advanced classes. Yeah. I always came first in class, and I was always the first one to pick up my, like, whenever a teacher asked a question, I'd be like, teacher's pet, that's me. I know everything. So yeah, I was that girl.
Yeah.
I was really smart. So I wanted to be an engineer, and I was not apologetic about it. I wanted to be super cute at NASA. And guys, you can be super cute at NASA, okay? And I wanted to build planes. I wanted to be aeronautical engineer. And well, every year, but I also was the girl that was, that used to do theater, and that we used to sing in school, and I was in all the plays and, in the choir. And so I just didn't know what to do with myself a little bit. When I was 17, I moved back to India from the US, and this was like in 11th grade or 12th grade. And my mom had seen me after 3 or 4 years. I came into America when I was 12, and I went back when I was 16, 17, and we grow a lot at that time, from 12 to 16. So my dad sort of broke out completely when he saw me, because he sent a kid, and there was me at 6, 7, grown up. So when I went back to India, my dad was just like, she's never even gonna wear jeans, forget skirts. Just he didn't know what to do. He had this teenager. And he hadn't even seen me grow up that whole time.
Wow.
I mean, he spoke on the phone and whatever. But so my mom thought that I was really pretty. My brother was 10 years old, and him and her had this really legit conversation when he was 10 about sending my pictures in for Miss India. And I had taken, when you go to the mall and take these beauty shots, those soft,
The glamour shots. I remember those. Oh, yeah.
hand over here, those pictures. So I was taking some pictures for a scholarship program in Australia that I wanted to go to. And the photographer was like, you're really pretty. Can I take some more pictures? Of course, my vanity at 16 was like, yes, you must. And those were the pictures that my mom ended up sending for Miss India, which are horrible. They went viral a few years ago on the internet somewhere, and I was so mortified. And now I know you guys, everyone, look at them again, but they were so bad, those pictures. I don't know how I ever got selected. Anyway, I won that, and then Miss India sends you to Miss World. I went there, I just turned 18. I mean, the girls, there were 96 girls from different countries in the world, the most amazingly beautiful women. I remember crying the first day. My mom was with me. I was like, I want to go home. I can't look like that. They're so pretty. They're so tall. I'm so short. Major self-doubt moments in that sound, in that voice. And but I won that pageant too. I guess it was, the universe was colliding. And that's when I started getting movie offers. I didn't know I could act. I didn't know anything about acting. I was 18 years old. I didn't know what your light is and how the how to not be distracted by that thing moving on top of your head while you have to say lines and speak to someone. But so when I started, the technical aspect of it was really difficult, but I just took to it. And my first movies, I won a lot of awards. I got a lot of accolades for. But I'm very competitive by nature. Like, you give me any job, and I want to be the best at it. Like, you tell me to paint that wall, my wall will be the best painted wall from anyone else. So I'm very competitive by nature. So I feel like whatever I would have done, I pursue excellence. I like to do it. I like to be really good at what I do. I don't like slacking. So I would have maybe done that, but I don't want to sound overconfident. So then that's how I just decided that I didn't know that that was my career until at least 2 years later. Like, I remember having this conversation with my dad. I was like, okay, I want to go to college, but I have this opportunity to, what do I do? And my dad said that, you're just 18, give it a year and a half. If you're awful, you can always go back to school and, but at least you'll never have a what if in your life. I don't ever want you to think that what if I had tried it. So I'm glad he said that to me, and I'm glad it worked out.
Is there another role that you'd love to take on, or someone in Hollywood or anywhere that you'd love to work with?
I would love to do. I want to do a movie in which I speak a different language. It's been my new thing.
Yeah.
I want to learn a new language. Like, I want to do. Like, I want to, I don't know, do Spanish or something, or French, or. I want to be able to play that kind of part. I've done a lot of action, but I think I would also like to do a drama as a feature. It's been a while since I've done a good, meaty drama.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So something to look forward to. We have a couple of questions from the crowd before we let you go, because now we're interacting, right, guys?
Interacting.
Yeah, let's interact. It's interaction
let's
time.
interact.
Yes.
I'm Roxy.
I've had a lot of coffee, sorry.
Or you can call me Pooja. That's my Indian name.
Oh, you have an Indian name and an American name?
Yes, I do. Well, I named myself Roxy because no one can say Raj Lakshmi. So
Let's teach them.
Yeah.
So let's say it. Raj
Raj
Lakshmi.
Lakshmi.
Raj Lakshmi. There
Not
you
that
go.
hard,
You
right?
got it.
Well, I just want to start off by saying thank you for changing my life. I know that sounds corny, but
No, not
it's
at all.
true. Like, when I walked into this cafe recently, and the girl at the cashier, she was like what? She was giving me a weird look, and I was like, is everything okay? She was like, you look like the main character from Quantico. I was like, you're delusional, but thank you. But I just wanted to ask you, like, you've spoken about how there were only 4 people of South Asian descent at the Emmys. So what
We're laughing about it.
Yeah.
Actually, it was 6.
Oh,
Let's
okay,
give us a
now
little
it's
bit more credit.
Okay.
6 of us.
Well, what can I do to be the 7th? Like, what kind of advice do you have for a young South Asian woman like me who wants to carry on your legacy?
Well, thank you, first of all, for your super kind words, Raj Lakshmi. And the thing is, like, I always tell young people of any descent, of when you have a dream which feels like has a roadblock, right? And which is all of us. It doesn't matter where we come from, which country we come from. But when you have a dream where you feel like no one like me has ever done this, or I don't know if I could even think about dreaming that way. I have a technique, all right? Figure out your goal and write it down. And then work backwards to where you are today. And we're smart people, young people today. We have so much information on our fingertips. Work backwards and make a plan. That's what I did, like a tangible plan. Like, what would you want to do if you want to be the 7th? Like, if you want to go ahead and get into entertainment, for example. It's important for you to not, as a South Asian, it's important for you to not be put in that box, to not play parts where you would be stereotyped. So say no. When someone asks you to talk like Apu in The Simpsons, say freaking no. That's the only Indian representation I saw when I was growing up, and he was not fun. But say no, don't, and demand it. Like, I remember when ABC had come to me to do a talent deal for Quantico, where they basically sign you as talent and then they have to find you a show. So the only thing I remember telling them was like, I have a great career. I'm very happy with the work that I'm doing. And of course I want to expand, but I will never compromise on what my values and beliefs are. So I don't want my ethnicity to define me. I'm more than a color. I'm more than a country. I'm more than my ethnicity. I am my merit. And so whatever we look like, wherever we come from, push your merit. Be so good that you're undeniable. Walk into a room and make sure people turn around and ask, who are you and why are they looking at you, you know? So it's that self-confidence that we need to find within ourselves. And I've done this whole thing where I've looked in the mirror and talked to myself too sometimes. So when you have self-doubt, it's fine. All the movies teach you that to do that, right? Like actresses always talk to themselves in the mirror. Yeah. So I thought it was normal, but you can totally do that. But find your strength and don't let anyone tell you that your dream is small. And I know it's super scary. The world is a scary place. But who said that? Somebody says fake it till you make it. Yeah. People say, but perception is reality. I don't like fake it till you make it because it's like, I don't like fake. But perception is reality. People will believe what you make them believe. So you need to believe who you want to be. When you walk into a room, if you believe you know something, they'll believe that you know it. So educate yourself, arm yourself. Your strength is what will create it to be that number 7.
Love that. We have time for one more question.
That's it. I talk too much.
No, it's great. It's great.
Oh.
It's on, I think.
What inspired you to...
First, tell me your name.
Oh, my name is Jayon Martinez.
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 13.
Nice to meet you.
What inspired you to be an actress?
You see, it was sort of a fluke for me. I didn't even think I could be an actress. I didn't think I could act. I didn't know acting was a profession. Because where I come from in my family, you go to school, you go to college, and you either become a doctor, you become an engineer, you become a lawyer, or one of those things. Otherwise, everything else is like, meh, doesn't matter. My grandmother actually, even till at least 10 years ago, before I sort of became famous and like before I was in the newspapers all the time, she used to always ask my mom, like, what does she do? And my mom was like, she's an actress. And she was like, yeah, but what's the job? So I had to like sit her down and be like, you see that headline, front page, that's me. That covers me. This is my TV show. But she didn't understand that that was my job. So I think that it wasn't something that was in my head at all. But when I started doing it, I really enjoyed it. So it's most important to find something where you'll be so blessed if you find the ability to do a job that you love doing. So already you should start thinking about it. Like, what is it that you love to do? And we live in a world today where anything can become a job. You know, you just have to be creative enough. You have to be smart enough. Ideas are the currency of the future. Have a great idea. You're 13. You have so much more life to go. When you have a great idea, tell your mom, patent it, and do something about it.
Oh my gosh. I'm inspired. Are you guys inspired? All right, we're going to go and conquer the world right now.
Let's do it.
But
Global
don't forget to
domination,
check
guys.
out Quantico tonight, 10 p.m. on ABC. Give it up one more time, Priyanka Chopra.